Hi there! November 30th was just a few days ago, which means NaNoWriMo just ended. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it's short for National Novel Writing Month, and it's where writers from all over the country and really all over the world challenge themselves to write 50,000 words of a novel within the 30 days of November. And if you guys watched my last video, you'll know that this was my first time participating in NaNoWriMo. It was definitely a very interesting experience, but also a very exciting experience that I can't wait to share with you guys. But first, if you go on to like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, please subscribe and hit the bell icon for alerts when new videos drop. And without further ado, let's get to NaNoWriMo 2022. So it is November 1st, aka the first day of NaNoWriMo. And my word count for day one is 2,060 words. I do feel very good about my word count because I was hoping to hit 2,000 per day, and I hit that for today, so I feel really good about that. As for what I'm writing, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a harder start. I'm wondering, because it's been so long since I've written any fiction, that maybe I should have done some like fiction writing exercises just to kind of get my brain in the right place. But at least I'm getting the words out there, and I feel very good about that. And I hope I can stick to this 2,000 words a day for the rest of the month. Today is November 2nd, aka the second day of NaNoWriMo, and my word count for today was 2,106 words, which gives me a total of 4,166 so far for the month. Again, I was able to keep up with my 2,000 words a day goal, so I'm super happy with that. I also felt happier with my writing today. I felt like as I was getting into more scenes, I was feeling more comfortable and things were flowing a little better. My writing today was taking a little longer than I had hoped. I was hoping that my writing would go a little faster, but I am catching myself wanting to go back and edit things or even doing some research on certain things. And so I think I really need to focus on saving the editing, saving the research for later, and just focusing on the writing for now. Today is November 3rd, the third day of NaNoWriMo, and today I did not hit my 2,000 word goal. I wrote 1,800 words exactly, which did bring me over 5,000 to a total of 5,966. I was a little sad I didn't hit my 2,000 word goal, but I was still happy that I passed the suggested NaNoWriMo goal of 1,667 words. And the reason why I was a little lower today, which you can probably tell by my background, is that I am not at home. I actually flew on a plane to Memphis today for a kind of work trip. And so that's where I am now. But tomorrow I should be spending most of the day in the hotel, so I'm hoping to catch up a little bit since I was behind on my goal today. Today is November 4th, and it's the fourth day of NaNoWriMo, and I wrote a total of 2,764 words today, which brings me to a total of 8,730 words for the month. I definitely feel like I could have written more today since I spent most of the day at the hotel, but I felt like I couldn't be super productive this morning, and then I was also kind of toggling between writing and some other things throughout the day. Overall, I am super happy. I definitely well passed my 2,000 words a day goal and even made up for the 200 that I fell short of yesterday. So I still feel, even though I feel like I could have written more, I'm still very happy with this number and very happy for where I'm sitting right now for NaNoWriMo. And now I'm about to head to dinner where I may possibly meet one of my favorite Bible study teachers of all time. Today is November 6th, which is the 6th day of NaNoWriMo, and you notice that I didn't film a video update for yesterday. And that's because for most of the day yesterday, I was at an event that was hosted by the organization I work for. And what was really cool about that event is I was actually able to meet and talk with one of my favorite Bible teachers of all time, Jen Wilkin. She's just been a great inspiration to me in my writing journey. And so that was super exciting, super neat to get to talk to her. So I had the event for most of the day, so I didn't get to write until the plane rides home yesterday evening. And even on the plane rides, I didn't have a lot of time to write. On the first flight, I only had 12 minutes where I was able to pull up my laptop and write. So I wrote for 12 minutes, and then on the second flight, I had about 45 minutes to write. For yesterday, I had a total of 861 words. But I didn't do a video update on that word count because I didn't get home from the airport until after 1 o'clock in the morning. Because of that, I was very tired today, but I still wanted to get in writing, so I worked hard this afternoon, did some writing sprints, took breaks, did some other things as well, and I was able to write 2,072 words today, which gives me a total of 11,663 words total for my project, which means I've officially passed the 10,000 words mark. And that means I am already 1/5 of my way to my goal of 50,000 words for the month, which is so exciting. I'm so happy about that, and I'm so happy with where my story is going so far. Today is November 7th, which is the 7th day of NaNoWriMo, and my total word count for today was 1,644 words, which gets me to a total of 13,307 words for my project. I did not meet my personal daily goal of 2,000 words, nor did I meet the NaNoWriMo goal of 1,667 words. I'm still happy with where I'm at. Work is a little crazy this week, which is why I think I didn't quite get as much words in as I would have liked, but I'm still happy with where I'm at. I'm still technically ahead of schedule, and I'm at least glad that I've been able to write for 7 days in a row towards this project. Today is November 8th, and it is the 8th day of NaNoWriMo, and today I wrote a total of 1,499 words, which gets me to a total of 14,806 in my project. I am not exactly happy with that total. It is a little bit my fault because I fell into the trap of doing some research while I was writing, and I kept getting distracted when I knew that I should have just been writing. I think if I had just been writing, I probably would have hit my goal, or at least the NaNoWriMo suggested goal, but I did fall short by a couple hundred words, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make that up later in the week. But I think for now, I'm still on track. I don't think I've fallen behind overall, so hopefully I can make it up. Today is November 9th, which is the 9th day of NaNoWriMo, and I wrote a total of 1,918 words today, which brings me to a total of 16,724 words for my project for this month. I was just shy of my 2,000 words a day goal, but I did surpass the NaNoWriMo suggested goal, and so I think I am pretty happy with where I got to today. Today is November 10th, which is the 10th day of NaNoWriMo, and that means we're 1/3 of the way through the challenge. And today I wrote a total of 1,781 words, which brings me to a grand total of 18,505 words for my project. I was actually home all day today because Hurricane Nicole was passing through Florida. Thankfully, we had no damage, no loss of power, which was amazing. But even though I was at home all day, I had a lot of work to do, so I actually didn't get to write at all until this evening. And so while I'm a little sad I didn't quite hit my 2,000, I'm still happy that I am where I am, especially considering I didn't get to start writing until this evening. And also I'm giving myself a little bit of grace. I don't know if you can hear, but I've been feeling a little under the weather the last couple of days, so it's been a little difficult to get motivated, but I'm hoping within the next day or so I'll be able to start feeling better and continue chugging along towards my goal of 50,000. Today is November 11th, which is the 11th day of NaNoWriMo, and so far today I've written 1,625 words, which gives me a grand total of 20,130 words, which means I've passed the 20,000 mark. I am 2/5 of the way towards 50,000, so I'm very excited about that. As you can probably tell by my lighting, it's a little earlier in the day. It's only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm actually about to go to Disney World for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at the Magic Kingdom. I'm actually staying the night and going to Epcot tomorrow. So I'm about to leave for that. That's why I stopped writing a little early today. I might try to write on my phone a little later to at least get to the 1,667 for today, but we'll just see what happens. Today is November 14th, which is the 14th day of NaNoWriMo, and it's been a few days. So like I said in my last video on the 11th, I went to Disney, and I actually did write an additional 161 words in the car on my phone on the way there. I had also mentioned that I had been feeling a little under the weather, but I thought I was feeling better and went to Disney. But actually, when I went to Disney, I actually got worse, if you can't tell by my voice. So on the 12th, I was at Disney. We actually ended up leaving a little earlier, but I didn't write anything that day because I was just feeling so bad. So it was my first 0-word day for the month on the 12th. Then yesterday for the 13th, I was still feeling pretty bad. And so I didn't write a whole ton. I only wrote about 763 words, which did kind of get me behind. But then today on the 14th, I did get a good amount of writing done today. I wrote 1,972 words, which brings me to a total of 23,026 for the project. I've just shy of my 2,000 word goal. So I am happy with that number and is helping me get back on track. And so I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll be able to write about another 2,000 so that I can get 25,000 done since tomorrow's the 15th and be halfway through the project, halfway through the month. Today is November 15th, which means it is the 15th day of NaNoWriMo, which also means we're halfway through NaNoWriMo. And today I wrote a total of 1,970 words, which brings me to a total of just shy of 25,000, and I'm at 24,996. So I'm 4 words away from being halfway through my 50,000 words. I'm very excited about that. As you can tell, I'm still feeling sick and under the weather, but I'm definitely happy with how I have caught up this week, and I think definitely by tomorrow I'll be back ahead on my goal. Today is November 16th, which is the 16th day of NaNoWriMo, and today I wrote a total of 1,601 words, which brings me to a grand total of 26,597 words. I did fall a little behind today. I wasn't feeling super great about what I was writing. I think I was just kind of tired, didn't have as much time, but I'm hoping this weekend that I can kind of catch up and get into a better groove. Today is November 17th, the 17th day of NaNoWriMo, and today I wrote a total of 1,818 words, which brings me to a grand total of 28,415 words. Today is November 18th, which is the 18th day of NaNoWriMo. I actually took the day off of work today to work on my writing a little bit, and I wrote a total of 2,932 words to bring me to a grand total of 31,347 words. This was actually my highest word day of the month so far, so that was super exciting, and I really did enjoy the scenes I worked on today, so it was a good day. And as of today, I did hit the 30,000 word mark, which means I am officially over 60% of the way towards my goal. Today is November 19th, the 19th day of NaNoWriMo, and I wrote a total of 1,733 words today, which brings me to a grand total of 33,080 words. Today is November 21st, the 21st day of NaNoWriMo, and we are officially 2/3 of the way through. We only have about a week and a half left of the challenge. I did not film an update yesterday. I did write, but I wasn't feeling super great. I don't know if you can tell, after having cold symptoms for about 2 weeks, I've now developed pink eye, so that is super fun to deal with. But even so, I was still able to write a good amount yesterday. I wrote 1,859 words. And then today I wrote a good bit as well. I wrote 2,019 words, which brings me to a total of 36,958. I am ahead of schedule, and so I'm super excited and can't wait for the last part of NaNoWriMo. Today is November 22nd, the 22nd day of NaNoWriMo, and as you can see, I still have pink eye. I actually realized after I made my video update for yesterday that I actually miscounted my words a little bit, so I actually had 2,038 words instead of 2,019 words yesterday, and then today I wrote a total of 1,677 words, which brings me to a grand total of 38,654 words. Today is November 23rd, the 23rd day of NaNoWriMo. It is the day before Thanksgiving. I actually took the day off from work today, and I wrote a total of 1,977 words, which brings me to a grand total of 40,631 words for this project. Which means a couple things. One, I officially passed the 40,000 word mark, which means 2, I am 80% of the way to my goal, and 3, that means I only have about 10,000 words or less than 10,000 words until I hit my goal of 50,000. So I'm super excited about that. And actually, I'm about to go eat Thanksgiving dinner. We're due to some family things. We're celebrating Thanksgiving a day early, and so my mom has been working on cooking all of our favorite Thanksgiving dishes all afternoon, and so I am super excited to dig in. Today is November 25th, the 25th day of NaNoWriMo, and if it sounds like I've taken a turn for the worse, that's because I have. I now have pink eye in both eyes, and some of my cold symptoms are starting to come back, so it was not a very enjoyable Thanksgiving holiday, but I did very much enjoy the food. It was delicious. I did do some writing yesterday, not as much as I would have liked. I was just feeling very worn out from my illness, so I did write 755 words. But today I wrote 1,731 words, which brings me to a grand total of 43,117 words. Today is November 26th, the 26th day of NaNoWriMo, and I wrote a total today of 22,060 words, which brings me to a grand total of 45,377 words, which means I have less than 5,000 words to go. Today is November 27th, the 27th day of NaNoWriMo, and today I wrote 1,988 words, which brings me to a grand total of 47,365 words. Today is November 28th, the 28th day of NaNoWriMo, and I wrote a total today of 1,293 words, which brings me to a grand total of 48,658 words. I did go to urgent care yesterday and got some antibiotics, so I am feeling a little better from my 3-week illness now, but I still wasn't very happy with where I ended up with the word count today. I was hoping I'd be a little higher, and I'm ahead, so I'm not worried. I think I am gonna hit my goal before November 30th, or by November 30th, but I still would have liked to have written more. But it was my first day back to work since the holidays, and it was kind of a busy and hectic day. So I have about 1,400 words left, and I'd love to knock that out tomorrow. Today is November 29th, the 29th day of NaNoWriMo, and if you can't tell, I'm super excited. Today I wrote 1,653 words, which got me over my word count. I got to a grand total today of 50,311 words, which means I hit the 50,000 mark, which means I won NaNoWriMo a day early. and I'm just so excited and thrilled. This has been a great experience, even with being sick for like 3 weeks during it, having a 0-word day, having several really small word days. I'm just super excited and thrilled, and as soon as I submitted my last words for today, I got the whole pop-up that said I'm a winner for NaNoWriMo 2022, and this was just, it's a great day. And that's a wrap for NaNoWriMo 2022. Like I said, it was a very interesting experience with being sick for 3 weeks out of the month, but I'm also super stoked that I was able to get the 50,000 words in, and that I started my very first novel. I'm just super excited about that and can't wait to see where it leads. But thank you guys for watching my experience throughout the month of writing my very first novel and participating in my very first NaNoWriMo challenge. And like I said at the beginning of the video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for alerts. See you later!